thing on Edge Radio Australia. Thank you so much for joining us. And I am so excited, Leanne. Are you excited?
Excited.
I wish I had not actually asked you to be excited. Because, you know what? Apart from that you
But you made me do the countdown.
Yeah. But you also did this too. You had a little premature excitement. Okay, you popped a little early there. Let me tell you, because
we don't want to know that.
Yes. Right.
All right. Thank you for joining us
Absolutely.
all over the world. We've got our special guest today, Michael Worthington. So thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You welcome, no. Michael, watch out. He's nervous. Leanne's got her feet up again. Sorry, but you know.
Michael has got no idea what he's got himself in for. Well, he might have a little idea, and
I got a taste in the pre-show.
and that's why he might be a little bit nervous. So,
okay.
we're really looking forward to diving into the subject of what millionaire business owners will never tell you. So let's start off by just asking my co-host to introduce himself. What is your name, lovely Leanne?
And nobody knows me. Sorry. Leanne. Hi, everyone. Leanne from Panacea Healing.
Thank you, Leanne. And I think everybody knows you, Aaron.
Oh, look, I hide under a rock from time to time. No one knows who I am. I'm a bit of a troll.
Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to change seats one day because people are going to be watching and they're going to be, and I'll wear that.
Okay, done. Yes, no one will ever know.
We'll do a little swapsy.
Only our mother
You
can
wearing
tell
the
us
hat,
apart.
though, Lisa? You wearing the hat? He won't be seen without the hat.
He won't be seen without the hat.
First version of twins.
I am still DeVito, no matter what happens, right? It doesn't work out. Hey, I'm really excited to have you here, really are, Michael, because, in the time that we've known each other, which is only a short time, my word, you are a man of so many talents, right? And your life is so diverse, for want of a better word. You deal with so many things. So rather than me sort of run through them, I'm going to ask you to do it. What do you do for a living? What's your sort of life purpose, if you like?
Okay.
It's a bit heavy, Aaron.
Oh, I know, straight in there, right?
Last minute, life purpose.
Oh, go hard or go home is my belief. Right.
I guess for me, I was pretty lucky. I came out of the military, so I didn't know anything. And I got into selling cleaning rounds and how to make money actually building them up and selling them. So it was quick. So, I just got these cleaning rounds and sold them to cleaning companies.
Simple as that.
It was simple as that. It was really easy money, really quick money. And it made me a millionaire, within about 2 years of just doing that. So,
okay, can you tell me about these cleaning rags?
I need to go into cleaning rags.
Okay, take us back the year.
Okay, so that would have been about 91, 92.
So multi-millionaire in today's standards, like probably trillionaire.
No,
anyway.
not that much. But no, all it was, right, so I actually couldn't get a job when I came out of the military. I mean, carrying heavy backpacks, shooting people.
What military were you in?
Australian military.
Yeah, so
Army?
it was Navy, Army.
Air Force.
Air Force,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And so no one employed me. So, and this guy said, well, do you want to do cleaning? Put a vacuum cleaner on your back and a feather duster. My wife thinks it's hilarious.
Is that like those Tupperware parties, Leanne, where they actually had the feather duster?
No, I think there's those other
maybe a little bit
parties.
different.
They're the ones with the orange carrot.
Yeah, we're not walking around like Borat or anything like that.
No, we're not.
Just checking.
Just joking. And I was having coffee afterwards, and a guy actually mistook me for actually owning the cleaning business. And he said, do you want to sell your cleaning round? And I'm going, I'd love to. It's not mine.
Hey, this is pure profit. Mate.
This is great profit. And I said, look, I'm only a cleaner. Blah, blah. He said, I buy cleaning rounds. And then I said, please explain. He said, if you knock on people's doors, I'll give you the formula. You knock on their doors, you quote them, you win the thing. I'll give you half of what it's worth for the year.
Wow.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Good.
So I rang my wife from a pay box back then because I didn't have a mobile phone.
Right.
I know, I remember them. It was a gold phone, the old Telstra
remember
gold
those.
phones.
So the old phone box. So if anyone's watching that was born after what, 1990?
The young audience is going,
they've
what?
got no idea what we're talking about. It was like a Superman box.
Yeah. So I told my wife I'm going to do this. She went, why not? And that day I signed up 3, took him back to his word. He paid me the cash money.
Right.
And I went, this is just too easy.
Oh, wow. So, all right. So what were you saying? You were going, all right, where's it?
I just walk in.
Hello.
And I'd say, look, I'm getting new cleaning rounds for a friend of mine building his new business up, and I'm going out quoting for him. Could I quote your premises?
Okay.
if you don't ask, the answer's always no.
Spot on.
Oh, wow,
There's always no.
Bang. Yeah.
You know?
You don't
So the
ask.
answer's already no.
Yeah.
So the only reason it could change is yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that made it really, really easy. And these people were just going, oh, new kid on the block, why not? And I'd walk
And you were a
around.
male offering to clean.
No,
No.
I wasn't offering to
No.
clean.
Cleaning rags,
I was
Lisa.
quoting.
Quoting.
Man,
He
Quoting.
was
when you, what's
quoting.
wrong with males
Quoting.
cleaning? I think we're very good at it.
I have the right to remain silent.
My wife's watching going, which house does he live in?
What's your wife's name?
Kathy.
Kathy. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We
that made it
know.
really, and he gave me the formula for it. So that made it really easy. And I'm military, so we just do what we're told.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, honestly.
Ah.
Because I do see that regimented that discipline that you get from the military can be very
Yeah.
useful, this sort of thing. And also, I don't know
That's
how
where
to
I
explain
should have
this
sent
properly.
my children.
It's never too late, Leanne. Come on.
Maybe I
Aiden.
should put that on my dating profile. I'm looking for ex-military. They do as they're told.
Yeah.
I do think business people.
That is such a we like to complicate things, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
End of the day, we've got a product, sell it for more than you bought it. Okay, buying is very important, or whatever the service happens to be. We like to sort of mess it around and get a lot of color around it.
Yeah, I think
it
what
back.
happens is people just want to be perfect.
Yeah.
And every entrepreneur on the planet who makes it will tell you, look, it's the 80% rule.
Okay.
Mm.
Just get it done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Just get it done instead of perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I
'Cause guess what?
thoroughly
It's not gonna
agree,
be right.
and I fail
Mhm.
so badly at that.
Me too.
Yes, because
Aaron.
I want that
I like-
20%.
yeah,
I want the product. I want the whatever I'm doing in life. I want to do it to the best of my ability, right?
Yes, it's
And
hard.
that is a problem with business, from my point of view. Is you do overdo it a little bit. Sometimes you should back it off and just basically
You overdo it a lot.
It's-
lot.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard not to give
Honestly.
the perfect product out there.
But you
before-
can't, because by the time you do it, it's already improved.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, true,
Yes, it
true.
has.
So
Yeah.
is
See?
that your first tip?
Yeah, just do it.
I'll just
Just do it,
Yeah.
okay.
All
No.
right.
Look, I'm not-
Nike.
look, even if there's spelling mistakes on your website, someone's going to tell you and just say thank you and fix it.
Yeah.
Great point.
Who cares?
Yeah. In
Yeah.
fact, it's almost an advantage, right? Because it's getting people involved, and people
Yeah.
actually want to be involved.
Yeah.
So yeah, throw in a couple of spell.
Yeah,
there
everyone
you
needs to
go.
listen to this segment. This is
Just
brilliant.
just go
Already,
nuts. Just actually do it. So
Like-
that set me up.
Mhm.
But here's my problem that I had as a young kid who's made the money. I thought the guy would run out of money
Right.
buying cleaning rounds off me. So there's a couple of issues with that. One, he would never run out of money because he's making money.
Sure.
And two, there's more than one person
Mm.
doing cleaning businesses who would like to buy cleaning rooms.
Mm.
This is narrow thinking. This is just limited
It's not
thinking
an
or scarcity.
abundance mindset.
Yeah, not an abundance mindset.
Yeah.
And I had it. I just went, oh, I better do something else.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think you've just nailed something too about the there is abundance out there. Like we
Mm.
do kind of limit ourselves, don't we?
I have business people
Yeah,
come to me all the
Mark.
time and say, oh, I only do this. I say, you show me a business and I'll show you someone making $1 million a year doing it.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, before we actually started the show today, we had a little joke about the guy who made the soy sauce, little
Yeah.
fish,
Well,
right?
where was I?
Oh,
You were
doing your hair, I
away with
believe, or
60,
something like
so
that. You know?
Well,
Hair and
it
makeup,
was
I don't
there,
know.
was it?
But okay, that man is a multi-billionaire, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
For
right?
soy sauce fish.
Yeah,
yeah.
that will,
just
yeah, that little
repackaging it.
fish. Right?
Yeah.
What about all the plastic? Don't tell Martine.
Oh, we will keep that for Martine. It's fine. No, but okay. But what I'm getting at is, okay,
Yeah.
again, we overcomplicate life. Okay, people want
Yeah.
their soy sauce with their with their meal, right?
Mm.
Just providing that little thing. That's such a it's a market for so many things. We
Yeah.
overcomplicate. it.
And so there's a lot of moving parts, I suppose, but they make it really, really simple. Most people say, how am I going to become a millionaire businessman?
Mhm.
And I go, what do you
Excuse
want?
me, businessman? Excuse
Business person, businesswoman. I'm not politically correct. And I
Well,
don't
and he's
care.
a man, so he can say man. You know? That's
yeah.
cool.
All
And
right. fair
I get
enough.
picked up for it, and I just go, "That's your issue, not mine.
Yeah.
I have no issue with it." So
There you go, Lisa.
Yeah.
There's your
Oh,
issue.
yeah.
people do not like it when you say
This
that's
is
your
boxing
issue.
gloves.
Yeah, so true.
This
So
is a,
it's not my issue. I don't have a
this is a
problem.
therapy session as well,
Yeah.
Lisa. He's a man of many talents.
Oh. So let's talk about pronouns.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started.
How long do we have?
Oh, the show just got a
Yeah.
lot longer.
Anyway, yeah.
But
So,
go on, mate.
so that I've lost my train of thought now.
I
But-
know. we
So
do
I
that.
think so. You go. So what are you going to do with the million?
when you've
Well,
got it.
millions, not a million.
and they have no idea. And you go, so where do you live? And they live in XYZ house in XYZ suburb
Yep.
and got a mortgage.
Yeah.
And you're going, and you're telling me that you don't want to listen to someone teach you how to make $1 million. You want someone to teach you how to make 100 million, and you've got a mortgage.
Yeah.
Guess what, mate? You're not getting there.
Yeah. Yep.
You have no idea what it takes and how to do it. You've got to get to the first step.
Sure.
And they go, oh, get to the first $1 million. I said, no, first step is pay your house off.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
So glad you said that, because so many people don't think about that. I mean, it is an asset for you, fantastic, and you can use it in positive ways, whatever. But ultimately, that there's a debt that's rising all the time. So wouldn't it be better to get rid of that debt and use your capital to actually make more money?
So even though it's boring, most millionaires that get there all start off by saying their first goal to become financially independent. So what does that mean? It means own your own home, have an income producing asset that then covers all the bills so you live for free.
Sure.
And then whatever your income is at the moment, get another income producing asset replaces your income. Now you're free.
Yeah.
You watch that happen.
Absolutely.
And now you can start thinking about building your wealth.
Yeah.
So that's how they think.
Get your foundation sorted.
Well, it's an interesting thing that when you tell your brain that's what you want to do, it'll go out and get it for you.
Yeah.
So reticular activating system, which you see in NLP.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go, I'm thinking of buying a red Hyundai i30.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to sort of
You'll
brands it.
see it
And
everywhere.
guess what? You'll see them everywhere on the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've all experienced it. What the
So
hell are you
true.
looking for red Hyundais? Why not look for $1 million?
Mm.
Tell your brain, I want to
Right.
pay my house off and watch it do it for you.
It's a great point. It's a great point. I think, I mean, I'm looking at what's behind me here, like, I'm not looking for red Hyundais, I'll tell you right now,
No.
just set yourself like the old, look, reach for the stars. If you hit the moon, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
Okay. We do limit ourselves so much, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And so when you actually start with that in first,
Yep.
put that map in first, and then when you get a business, and God, I love these people. I love my business. I'd do it for nothing if I could afford to. Good luck. Good on you. Yeah, no. And I'm going,
What did
that's
you
not
say,
me.
Anne?
I'm going, if it's a business, sell it for medical experiments. You get more
Yeah.
money for it,
Yeah.
Right.
If it's one of your kids, just sell it off,
Yeah.
So when they go into business, if you really want to make it, one, it's not a hobby. It's not your wife, not your girlfriend, not your boyfriend, not your partner, whatever you want to call your significant other. It is nothing apart from a vehicle to make you wealthy,
Sure.
Mhm.
which means it's a product.
Great point.
It's only a product. There's no emotional attachment to it. And the product has got two customers.
That's very interesting you say that, because so many people get an emotional attachment to
Yeah.
money.
So why not have an emotional attachment to a business? If you love doing it and love going there every day.
There's your hobby. You might make money out of a hobby.
Oh, okay. So it's your hobby, Aaron.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, look, no, I actually take your point, because the reality is, okay, I mean, I work very, very hard.
Yes, you
okay?
do.
And
But you love it, yeah?
I absolutely love it. Okay.
So I know guys that work really, really hard learning how to fish.
Right.
And
yes.
they get the best fishing rods, get the best boat, and they do all
Spot
that. Congratulations.
Well, my point
But
is,
you asked me to make $1 million.
yeah, well, I had, quite frankly, more than $1 million.
Yeah.
So $1 million used to be a great target, right? And now
But it's the first step.
it's a first
Yeah.
step. It's a
Okay,
great-
if you get, I'll tell you
$1
now,
million in 6 months, not in a year.
no, if you set a business up, right, and in your 12 months, say you had 4 people working it and you made $1 million in the 12 months of turnover with a 20% net, you can then scale that business to 25, 50, 100, 125 million. No issue whatsoever.
That is, I mean, they're huge figures. It's hard to fathom. And I like the fact that it's hard to fathom, because, I mean, again, you don't want to set your limit, do you?
No, but you decide what they are.
So who helps us do this?
So, well,
Michael?
I think, yeah.
We're locking the door. I'm not letting you out until you tell us.
Okay, so people don't like some people don't like hearing it, but the business is a product, right? So if you're buying a product, you're buying it for a reason, yeah? It's going to
Sure.
do something for you.
Of
Yes.
course.
All right.
Yes.
So once you realize that's all the business is, it's got two customers, the owner or owners, depending who's in it,
Sure.
and the actual people who buy the product or the service, the two of them.
Okay.
If you're going to be a shareholder of a business, what do you want that business to do for you?
Make money.
There you go.
Yeah.
No emotion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to do. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We've got
So
some,
that's its job.
That's
we've got
great.
someone
okay.
saying something.
Oh,
Domo?
fantastic. Here we go. I better read some questions here, and some points have come up.
All right.
Okay. So we have good afternoon. Well, that's a great question there, Domo. Really
Yeah.
appreciate that, mate.
And then
It's great
I
to see you,
agree,
buddy.
life is too short. Just do it.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
What
Uh,
about
look-
find a job you love and never work another day in your life?
I can see your face.
Oh, here we go. Look at
I'm
this.
actually, I get where you're going on this. Your face has just said everything. For
Ah,
those, for those listening on the radio, you just missed something there. Let me tell you.
Find a job you love and never work another day in your life.
No.
How about create the
What?
freedom, right?
Yeah, so
Create
I can
the
go do
freedom.
whatever I want.
Spot on.
I'm not interested in a job. I'm not interested in doing a particular business for the rest of my life. I actually create a life. So when someone says, I want to make 100 million, that's boring as anything to me. And it's like, you're not impressing anybody. But tell me that I want to go on world cruises. I want to on a Learjet. I want to do this. I want to just go camper van and tour around Australia.
Yeah, that's
I'm more than impressed by you. Now you just got to work out how much you need to actually better fulfill
Yeah.
that dream.
But it's not about impressing other people. Not to me.
No, but it's no use saying, and look, if people get you as a mentor and then they want you to be nice to them.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
They pay you money
Well,
and
it's
then
kinda
they
like-
expect you to be
I
nice.
know. Look, I just paid you. You're not nice. No. Yeah.
Well, a bit like, okay, the business is there to make you money, right? Okay. And
The only thing it does.
but a mentor is not there to be your friend.
No,
Right,
the mentor is meant to go, look, get your head screwed on, right? You said you want to get this. So one, it's a product. You're the customer. Its job is to make you money, right?
Yeah.
And then they go, yeah, but I want it to do this to make me money. What the hell?
Okay. Explain that a little bit more.
Okay. So you're sitting on an aeroplane and the nice hostesses get up and they go, you're in an emergency, look for the nearest exit. Sometimes behind you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I
Right.
haven't had that happen, but yeah.
But it's so when you look around, people get into business, and then the first thing they do, probably driven by school and bank managers and everything else, and then when you do a budget of where you're going to earn this money, how much you're going to get, and it's like, what are you talking about? You've now just put all those limits on yourself.
Yeah, you have. You
Why
really
not
have.
just open the door and go very generically?
Mhm.
I'm going to have a business that's going to do this for people.
Okay.
And you'll be, and then just let your brain work it out. And I'm telling you, rather than restrict, I'm going to do it this way and only this way, and write out budgets and business plans, which never work anyway.
Oh, thank
So
you
you're
for
not
saying
into
that.
business plans. Well, that's one thing we agree on.
One
think they're
page. If
ridiculous.
you can't do it on one page, a startup business, if you can't do it on one page, you're lost.
I find
Yeah.
it ridiculous. A
Yeah.
business plan is absolutely ridiculous.
We
It's
had
for-
to do them business plans in, anyway, in study.
It's
It's
Yeah.
to
I
get
like,
grants and get
what?
government funding
That's
and
what
to
it's
impress
about,
bank
yep.
managers and maybe impress your mum. I
And what
don't know.
percentage don't succeed? Probably 90.
I don't.
Probably never even get off the ground.
Well, who follows them?
I would go so far as to say that out of a business plan that's put into a business like that, a proper one, that 99.99% of the business plans are never actually fully enacted.
No,
course
they're
not.
not.
You
No.
change them as soon as you hit the ground running.
Yeah,
Sure.
life
Because you have to.
happens.
Yeah.
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 I'll tell you one thing I'm really passionate about
Mhm.
is Simon Sinek. I think it's.
I
I think.
You should have
I
seen
think-
the smirk on Lisa's
Oh,
face.
I think-
Lawyer turned
She
advertising
opened up the
agent.
can.
Yeah.
She opened up the can.
I think that people buy your why.
Yeah. No.
No. Oh. Well, the show just took a turn.
So explain a little
Yeah,
bit
let's
more
go with
about that, Michael. Why don't they
Why
buy
do
your
people
why?
Because-
buy your why?
Okay. Because they don't.
Because it's your why, not theirs.
Bingo. That's what I
Exactly.
reckon.
Okay.
Ultimate. Yes. Go
Okay,
on.
so you have a business. So we said the number one purpose of business, well, it's two customers, you and the customer, right? So
Mhm.
for you, it's to make you money.
Sure.
The second question is what's the number one benefit that business is going to deliver to that customer?
Sure.
What's it going to give them?
Mhm.
Not, it's going to give them insights into my airy fairy life and might make mum proud and dad. Oh, isn't he a nice lad? Like, get off the grass. We're running a business here. My job is to get money for me and my family, and I'm going to do it by giving you something that you actually want, that you want.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all right. I do some work for a company that has electric bikes.
Yep.
And I was so I'm trying to think of the right word for it, but I was so emotionally attached to the reason that he started that company.
Mhm.
And
You
I
became an employee.
and I bought his why. No, I didn't become an employee. I
But you do work for him.
But you said you worked for him.
I do work for him, but
Well,
no,
You said you
I'm
worked
not
for
an
him.
employee. But,
Right.
but anyway,
Okay.
that's
Plot
kind of
thickens.
out here. But the point I'm trying to make is that I bought his why. Like he explained.
People buying
to
the
me,
bikes aren't. I'm sorry. No.
No, but he explained to me the reason that he started the company, and I bought the why. I think some of it, Michael, is the type of person that you are as well. You know,
No.
if you're a
No.
heart-centered person,
I think it depends on the
disagree.
relationship. If I know Aaron
Mm.
and I hear what he's doing here, I just love what he's doing.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
So what do you tell people, Michael?
I'm buying in, but
Right.
I'm not his customer.
All right, what do you say to people about Aaron?
But
Oh, dear.
Aaron,
About
No, don't,
Edge?
don't,
about
don't flip
No,
the,
I think,
flip
no,
the coin.
what-
She's flipping it off herself.
No, I'm
yeah,
not meaning
I
to.
know, but it's
She did, though.
but the point is, I have a personal relationship in here. I
Yeah.
actually know you guys and
Yeah.
like you guys.
Yeah.
But I'm not a stranger.
Yeah.
And
And
when
you
I'm
know
a
what?
stranger, I really don't give a damn. I can say I do, but I'm lying to you.
Well, a stranger becomes a customer, right?
Ha-
So
how many
well,
people-
that's kind of the idea of trying to get business.
The reason
You're
I
not trying
want
to
it
get
is
friends to
because
buy
it's what
from
it's
you.
going to do for me.
Exactly.
That's the only reason I'm going
Each
to buy it.
person is ultimately right cares about themselves, right? That's just the
Okay,
fact
I'll
of
give
the
you a
matter, right?
test. I'll give you a
That's
test.
the
If you
sad
don't
reality
believe me,
of
I'll
life.
give you a test, right? You think of someone you really like a friend, right? And you start buying them presents, and they get the present, and you go, oh, and put it down. And you buy them another one, they oh yeah, put it down. Buy them another one, you tell them a movie, yeah, whatever, I'm not going to watch that. I'll tell you what, it won't take you long before you are no longer buying them presents and no longer telling them what movies to go watch. Because the only reason you do it is so you get a thrill about how happy you made me feel. So no, you did it for yourself.
I don't agree with that either.
That's 100% true, but I'm sorry, but
I'm actually going to play the devil's advocate here because I'm actually
anyway.
a little bit on both sides here because I get it, right?
Yeah.
If you are a person who is naturally a giver, then
Mm.
you and you're empathetic, right? Then you do buy the why. All right, that is part of the reason why you buy. Now, so like I will go and buy from a small business that might cost me more than the supermarket because I believe in the why. Okay, I believe in the
Okay.
family, and so I get that.
Yeah.
That's a conscious
And
decision.
I know
make.
that side of you. So
Okay.
I agree.
So there are going to be people. All right. So there's always exceptions to the rule,
Of
right?
course, there is,
And we
yeah.
are
But we're not
exceptions.
talking about that.
And Leanne's probably
We are
exceptions.
talking about you structuring your business
Yep.
so that the 80% of the people that buy from you are where all your profits are going to come from, right?
Correct.
So you make the money.
Yes.
And if you start your business off by trying to promote your business, oh, this is why I'm doing it, that's why you will struggle. So I would say, forget the BS, stop trying to impress people and be nice to people. Just realize you're doing it so you make money for you. And then instead of thinking about you and, oh, look how nice I am, how about you go, I'm doing X, Y, Z. What's the number one benefit this will give my customer if they buy it off me, whether it's a product or a service?
Sure.
And what makes me able to deliver it to them, and focus on that.
Okay.
Take all the focus off yourself, remove yourself, and forget your why and forget all the rest of the rubbish. That's your personal gig. Give it to them. And I'm telling you, when you get to the Nike status and you get to the big status, then you can start bringing your why. And yeah, then people will appreciate it.
I don't disagree with anything you just said.
That's wonderful. I know I'm convincing. But,
No, you didn't convince me of
but-
anything,
but-
but I
but
still
that's-
stand by what I said before.
but that, yeah, but you're talking that
Can
we want
I
to
look
make
at it
money
this
in a
way?
business,
Can
right?
I look at it this way? Okay.
Yeah.
You're looking on an individual level, and I completely get that, or a smaller part of the market. So the
Yeah.
smaller part of the market, for argument's sake, like I said before, we'll use that example of we'll go to the small shop and look at, because I know the money's going to the family. I know it's going to pay for the girl to do netball or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that's part of my decisions as a customer.
Mm-hmm.
But most people go to Coles and Woolworths, right?
Okay.
Where it's because
I'll give you another example, a really common one, and Cynic uses it as well, and it's Apple.
yeah, okay.
And he says people buy apples. Why? You know, it's like, did you know Apple started? They love building computers, and the first time you watch the movie, they actually take the computers as a kit to the
Right.
electronics store
Yep.
and went, we love building computers. That's our why. People must love building computers. And the shop owner went, that's a lot of BS, mate. They just want to build a ready-made computer that they turn on
Yep.
and it works.
Right.
I don't
Solves
buy
the
Apple
problem.
for a why.
So they do have their why now. it's developed. But no, people didn't buy them
of course
because
not.
Steve Jobs loved building computers. But Steve Jobs loved building computers.
Yeah.
He loved tech. He loved inventing things. The mouse that he
But
got
they
from
like the fact
Xerox.
that when you buy it as a consumer, they love the fact that it solves a problem for them.
Correct.
Right. So
That's
it's not
all it
about,
is.
it's not about, okay, that's Jobs is a bit of an unusual sort of example because he's kind of a cult figure, right? But ultimately, it's a business that solves a problem. And people want their problem solved. They don't care about you. They don't care about
But you know
Yeah, so
what? He's
people that come to me
exactly
want
like
their backs fixed, or they want
Yeah.
their, you know,
Spot
they
on.
want their knees looked at. They don't want to be. They don't not
I
vesting
don't
in
want to
my.
know why you started your
Yeah,
business.
exactly.
Yeah.
But you
They
want
don't
to
wanna know that.
accelerate. You just want to accelerate your growth. So when we're talking about it, and when people I mention them, they start talking about the why, and they wonder why I glaze over because I'm not interested.
I feel the love.
People
right now.
love me. They love me, Aaron. There you go. We should have more of you.
Oh,
I'm
let's
underpaid
all
you,
hold
Michael.
hands and sing Kumbaya right now. Come on.
Should have seen us earlier. We were.
So no, you don't concentrate on that. You concentrate on the customer
Yes.
It's a customer.
and solving their problem. And you know, Steve Jobs said he's unusual. No, he's not. He's exactly the same as every single one of them that's been successful, all the way down to your Teslas. Whoever you name, even to the smaller brands, they are solving a customer's problem.
No doubt about it. No doubt.
That's it. So when you first start off, that should be where 100% of your focus should go.
Right.
And then if you go, this is the problem I'm solving, it's amazing how you work out different ways of solving the problem, which is how your product or your service range grows.
Of course.
But you start off with one product or one service, you get on one platform and you focus on it and you make $1 million doing that one thing, and then you can scale it.
Okay.
4 people, $1 million in a year, making 20% net, and you'll scale that 25, 50, 125 million.
What's the
Not a
4
problem.
people?
I'm just saying just 4 people working because you're not going to be able to do it all by yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. No, they don't have to be full-time employees.
So
You
what's
know.
your tell us a story about your favorite client that you've had.
No, that's emotional.
Ooh, dear.
Oh, he does
That
have
could be your why.
Oh, my
He
goodness.
does have a heart.
I see what you
Favorite
did there, Lisa.
Oh, there's a heart there.
Oh, geez. Well, this is...
Well,
they-
somebody's
they-
come into your mind, so
they-
just run with it.
they-
Just go with the flow.
Well, they vary, don't they? Because I don't think it's ever been a favorite client. I think it's been a favorite mentor.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, they do happen to be business people, but they're still mentors. I did a deal coming out of Finland for hydroponic farming, and Hamza was one of the guys I was dealing with. And just some of the things they say resonate.
Okay.
So I don't like being sold to because I do the selling. And he got me. And he said, why don't you build your own hydroponic farm in Australia, Michael? And I love building businesses. And I went, nah, I'm out of that. You know, I'm just semi-retired and blah, blah, blah. And he turned around and he said, don't you have grandchildren?
Ah.
What a mongrel.
Yeah, I know. You're using those emotional links.
I know.
Why? You found your
Listen to this.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
here we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
can I ask you this? then?
Isn't that his
Of
wife?
course it's his wife. But
Oh.
here you go.
Legacy.
Never going to confess.
Legacy. Most
Oh,
people want
dear.
to leave a legacy.
Oh,
Yes,
dear.
now Michael needs his safe space.
Yeah.
All right, come on, here we go.
You have to admit that most
Do
businesses
you have a
or
therapist on this
business
show?
Oh, we need one.
We have a
Definitely
few.
need one.
have
No
a
question
few.
about it.
You have to admit though that most people or businesses, business people, entrepreneurs,
Mm.
their why is their legacy, what they're leaving for others.
I 100% agree with you.
So whether that's grandchildren,
Yeah.
or whether that's Cat Haven,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's
But can you imagine me going to a customer and saying, you know why you need to buy my product
Yeah.
is because I'm setting a legacy for my
yes,
grandchildren?
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Michael, I
Oh,
must
well,
buy more off
that's
you then.
right.
Yeah.
What a lot of
Yeah, it
rubbish.
doesn't work.
No, people care
Doesn't
about
work.
themselves. It's
No,
just
it's-
the way life.
Look, human
works.
beings are pretty selfish creatures.
It's true.
We're
And you've
built
got
to
to be honest
receive.
about it.
We're actually built to receive. We're receivers from day one and remain that way. We just as we grow up, we actually learn there's actually a pleasure in giving as well,
Sure.
which is pretty cool. But if we're giving and we're not getting an emotional response from our giving, guess what? We'll stop giving to you and we'll give to the person and get the emotional
Well, I agree
response.
because
from.
I don't believe anyone does anything truly altruistically. Okay, you
Yeah.
know, there's always a payback.
I'll tell you the 2 things it'll do for you when you're giving. It'll make you feel more significant or make you feel valued. And if
Okay,
it doesn't do one of those
Valued.
2 things or
Yep.
both of them together, you will stop doing it.
totally
Valued.
agree.
Valued
Totally
is a
agree.
big one.
Yeah, I love it.
And a big human need is to be
Even when it's
valued.
buying electric bikes. But anyway.
I'm going to ask you a question about business. Because I think I'm going to get torn down on this one. I'm going to use this as an example, as Edge.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Edge, I've built on the philosophy of build it and they will come. Okay.
Right.
Now,
I should make a movie called that.
they really should, shouldn't they? We could call it Field of Dreams. No. but okay. So I know there's a need for the product. Okay.
What's the need?
Well, the free speech, basically, and people having a voice, right? That is a need in the marketplace, if you like,
Right.
for want of a better term. Okay. I mean, what is your thoughts on that? Do you think that is a good premise to start a business?
Well, you're in media. So, yeah, because like if you looked at any of the big media companies in America, UK, Australia, they all build it on the premise of one. Normally, in America, it's all who the political party they're going to support.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yep.
That's the end of it. So your premise and what you're actually building on, that's fine. But my question is, that's nice. So who's your customer?
Yeah. No.
Who's your customer?
I thoroughly agree with you. The customer is several different fold. People
No,
who don't
who?
get a voice. So people who
No.
don't have a voice.
Are they going to pay you?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, good.
So yeah. So
So they'll pay to come on the show.
They can. That is an option.
Not
available.
can.
Yeah,
Do they?
the money box is up.
No, I said do that.
Again, we've got the lock on the door, mate. I've told you that.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay, but traditional media, okay, will not allow some businesses to promote themselves. It's as simple as that.
That's
So
terrific.
This solves a problem in the marketplace. So that would be one of our customers.
Okay, so you're looking for a type of customer. Okay, so I think, and look, I've been there and done these mistakes myself. So normally when we start off, we go, oh, I'll have that customer, that, and I'm going, look, you can make $1 million with one type of customer.
Sure.
So if you're one type of customer, you're telling me, and look, if you have a look at the triangle of business, so if you said to me, there's a market out there of business owners that can't get on traditional media and will use this as their platform,
Sure.
I will ask you how many, because what I'm looking for is a demand.
Sure.
And then I'd like a survey done to prove that is correct.
Right.
Okay. And then you will say, well, this is the amount of people. So, okay, so that's a demand. Now, the story you told me is quite good, but I go, the only reason they come in your station and not somebody else's is who can articulate it the best.
Sure. Okay.
So the highest paid people on the planet are the people who articulate the message the best.
Right.
And Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs didn't invent anything. He
Nothing.
went, take this mouse and make it work, and his engineers did it.
That's
you know,
right. That's
they
right.
came back and they said, oh, here's one line of font. He'd done the calligraphy course everyone knows at uni, and he went, I don't like that. Give me 26 types of fonts. He never did it, but he was able to communicate it.
Bill Bird has a great comedic act about that. Exactly that, and everybody should Google it and have a look.
Yeah.
I'm very glad you said that, because we want to identify customers, and I just want to make that point that. So my history.
So check demand.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm going to go on the demand thing.
Yeah.
So I've discovered very clearly over many, many years, as quite frankly, radio and media has become such a closed sort of shop, particularly small companies, small businesses, country towns get completely left behind,
Yeah.
right? Where they used to have their local radio stations, their local print. Now, these places still need to, advertise their goods. They still need to promote themselves, and they don't have that avenue anymore.
I think the second thing you said is really important. In this day and age with social media and everything, if you really want to make it, you've actually got to be visible. You've got to promote yourself rather than just your business.
Video killed the radio star.
Absolutely.
But you can, and that's why podcasts are so popular, whether they're video podcasts, whether they're audio podcasts, whether they're blog posts. But your audio and your video allows people to actually hear you, get to know the old know, like, and trust.
Yeah.
So the vehicle you're giving to people is so people get to know, like, and trust them in the most fastest, most effective way possible, right?
Yes.
So it really comes down to in this day and age right now, if you really want to make it, visibility beats ability every time.
Right. Well, you can certainly see that with all the influencers out there who have no talent whatsoever, but they're very, very visible, right?
We can make you into an influencer, Aaron. Don't worry.
Geez,
but it's how they articulate their messages. Yeah. So, and you say like country towns. So rather than be so restrictive if it's going, and this is how I think, I go, well, why would he be restrictive? Only want people on his station that can't get a voice anywhere else. I would just go, no, we get business owners on our station and we make them visible.
Okay.
We get people to know, like, and trust you in the most effective, fastest way possible. That's what edge is all. We give you the edge in the marketplace.
Yeah.
And I can teach you how to beat your competition without even being better than them.
Right.
This is not a game to be best. This is a game to be seen. There you go.
Absolutely brilliantly put. And that's kind of why I asked you the question.
Yeah.
You put it beautifully.
There you go, Aaron. There's
There
your
you
business
go.
plan.
I hate business plans, but there you go.
But a one-pager.
One pager. That's
Yeah,
exactly
one
what I
page,
just said.
exactly
Oh, that's what
right.
I
Yeah,
had.
yeah.
So we could put a circle, right? And this is what I do with a lot of my clients. We'll put a circle and we'd write that in the middle of the circle, right?
Right.
And then coming off that, just bullet points. So no, I've said that to you. Give me the idea. Oh, this person, that person. Oh, I would do this. I would do. And it's amazing just on one A3 sheet of paper
Sure.
and go, that's as complex as it gets.
What's that, like a mind map?
Correct.
Yeah.
I love
Good
mind
old-fashioned
maps.
mind map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can rub it out, I can change it, I
Yeah.
can do, and as a new idea comes up, I can scribble it down on there.
Yeah.
And I can put it on the wall and I can see it because, you know, we're very visual. Most of us are visual creatures.
Yes.
Even if we're auditory, we still like visual stuff.
Yes. That's
You
why
know,
we're
you
on.
look around here. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but that's how you do it.
Yeah, totally
So
agree.
if someone said to me, well, Michael, but your business, and I tried to invent a business and tried to do it by myself,
Right.
it's really, really difficult because I can't see myself. But if I got sitting in front of you and I said, Aaron, I've got this business idea and I'm going to do X, Y, Z, the questions you'll ask me,
Sure.
and then you would go, because of your experience, you would give me, say, well, I saw such and such do this and they did this, this, and this.
Okay.
So a lot of people, when they do NLP and coaching and so forth, they'll say, well, I know you don't know what to do, but if you did know what to do, what would you do? You know, and they do these double bind tricks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of, you know,
that
what
drives
you
me
really
nuts.
want is someone like me who just go, and that's what mentorships do. And that's why you pick business owners as your mentors, to go, tell me that didn't make sense to me. I don't know why you're being so narrow. I would broaden it.
Sure.
This is my wording. And they would tell you, now you either like it or you don't. But you know what? I don't care.
Great.
No, I care enough not to care. So I'm going to clarify
Okay.
that,
I understand that. I get that.
because people say, oh, he doesn't care. Well, I actually do care a lot, but I care enough not to let my caring be nice to you
Sure.
and go, oh, wasn't that nice, Aaron? That was lovely
Well,
what you said. I get that.
There you
Yeah.
go. Okay.
didn't
and
do
this
that at
is
all.
another reason why I speak to a business person, because the reality is they're going to cut out the BS.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
And you don't need all the theory, you know,
No.
of, oh, you're doing such a nice thing or whatever. Sometimes you just need to be told the truth.
Yeah. Or someone to say, from my perspective, this is what I'm seeing. Now, you can take that on board or not, but you could write that down and go, I don't agree with him 100%. So how can I make that work for me?
So,
it
Michael,
makes it really
what's the
easy.
difference between a business coach and a business mentor? Because I noticed you mentioned business mentor.
Okay. Business mentor, I'll just tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
Business coach is coaching you to try and grow yourself. So they'll try and coach it out of you. They'll try and get you to discover your way.
See, I like mentors
Um,
much better. I don't like, yeah.
Well,
I'd rather tell someone what to do than have to drag it out of
Well,
them.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
love that, because I often say, give me the Reader's Digest version, right?
yeah.
I don't want it all flowery. I don't want to read the whole novel. Just give me the facts,
Yeah,
Jack.
bullet
why we're
points.
friends?
And,
Yeah,
and,
exactly right.
and the thing is, you'll talk to business owners, and some of them you'll like, and some of you don't like, and that is perfectly fine.
Of course it is.
You know, people say, God, I don't like you. You need to do this and do this, Michael. Terrific.
Yeah.
You're not my mum.
That's right.
I don't really care. You're not my wife. You know, you've got zero influence in my life, but I'm happy now because now you know what you don't like. Now you can have a better chance of working with someone that you do like, who
yeah.
speaks your language and speaks the way you like to be spoken to. But as soon as they're nice to you and pander to you
Mhm.
and go, oh, isn't that lovely what you said? Oh, really? Kick them out.
Okay.
Don't do that.
All right. If you haven't got a business and you think, you know, this is I want to go down that road.
Yeah.
I want to become an entrepreneur. Okay. Are there any businesses that stand out that are easy, maybe a low entry price, something that you can work hard and are prominent there?
You can get into most businesses. So service-based businesses are normally the cheapest to get
Yeah.
into. But having said that, you know,
Are they harder to scale?
no.
Okay.
No. They're hardest to scale if you, and I'm guilty of being control. Some people say I'm a control freak. I disagree.
Oh,
but
wow. No way.
Heaven forbid me being into one to be in
Never.
control.
Just control their thoughts. That's fine.
I don't know why people think that's so negative.
Well, it's funny. I did a talk for, I think it was Telstra Awards, and someone asked me about values. And I went, oh my God. And I went, they're just behavioral control techniques. That's all the value is. It's to control your behavior at my workplace. And people go, no, they're meant to be really nice and warm and fuzzy. It's like, get a dog, or a cat, Value, when I say we treat suppliers as if they're our customers, I explain what I mean by that. If a supplier turns up with a truck at the back and there's only one driver, if that was a customer, you get out and help him, yeah?
Yes, correct.
So get out and help him. And don't tell me, oh, we pay for the delivery and they should do it all themselves. If it's a customer, you're going to speak like that? No. So,
of course not.
So it's a behavioral control. We're all ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen. I don't talk to you as a child. No. And I don't expect you to speak to me as a child. What? I don't want a parent-child relationship with anyone I work with or associate. I want adult to adult.
Be a decent human being. That's what you're saying.
No, I want adult to adult.
We live right now in a society where business, though, right? Okay. I mean, particularly anything that's related to the public sector, okay, is so holding hands and singing Kumbaya. It is so, it's about, the retention. When we've got to be, got to make a safe space. Everyone's got to have a break every 5 minutes. It's very unproductive, right? In my opinion, anyway, right? So, I mean, are there any techniques or thoughts you might have about that when you see that creeping, that PC rubbish? And I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
So keep that thought. But second, it's scaling the business. There's a guy, he's on YouTube called Vandiver. I think it's something like that. Sorry for butchering your name. But basically lost his job, got a garage, buys 40-litre tubs of glue, got a $600 machine, repackaging little things, puts it on Amazon, $1 million a year.
$1 million bucks a year. Exactly,
so less than $1,000 startup. So yes, you can do it. If you ask somebody and go, I'm doing this, what will it cost? I want to vlog on YouTube, but it will cost me a fortune. Really go buy yourself a second-hand GoPro.
Yeah. Yep.
It costs that little.
Yep. $40 in your laptop and off you go.
Don't tell me you can't do it. So so that's that. And the other one regarding people, this comes down to an employment question. So someone said to me, that's ages ago, they want to employ someone, they're rattling on what they're going to employ. And I was like, and what are they going to do? And they live in this job list. And I'm going, no. How much money are they going to bring in? And they were like,
they have to justify their existence.
I want to go, what is the result you want that person to bring to you? So rather than go looking for someone first, go, okay, I need this result in my workplace, whether it's more sales, more leads, because, marketing is a big thing, or maybe it's someone who can run my service department, but I want the result. I want someone to run my service department. Why? So I don't have to do it. That's not a good enough reason. I want profitability, I want scalability, I want it to grow. So I'm going, what's the reason? So I have to write that down first. Then when I interview people, I can go, can you do this? And they go, yeah, prove it. Show me your track record.
Look at you.
And if you don't give it to me, I'm not interested. And guess what? If you join and you don't do it, we have what we call a T-junction conversation. Turn left and leave, or turn right and do the right thing and do it my way.
It's a really great point because, again, you know what? Your employee is not your friend, okay?
Nope.
They are there to fulfill a service.
They're there to fulfill a service, and then my job is to make them fulfilled. I do agree and make them fulfilled and get their life. So anyone who works near me, I'm always going, what is it you actually want to achieve?
Yeah.
What's your dream? Oh, I want to have my own business. Absolutely fantastic. Come work with me, and I'll teach you everything about business, and I'll help you get your own. Yeah. Every entrepreneur will do exactly the same thing. If you want to learn how to run a business and you've never done it before, get a job in a business that you'd like to run, and then treat everyone in that business as if you were a customer. You'll soon get used to whether you like dealing with customers or not.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
Try that on for size.
It's not even a free trial. I mean, you're getting paid for that.
You're getting paid for it. You're getting paid to train, and you're getting the experience that every single person, including the boss, is your customer. Now, treat them like a customer and see if you can keep it up. Okay. And if you can't, don't go into business.
Because it's not easy to get good customer service these days.
Oh.
One of the things that really does my head in, and I'm showing my age, and I've always been an old soul, but you walk into shops and the music is it just does my head in.
Next thing you get off my lawn. Like, geez, how old are you? Come on.
I know.
Oh, doof doof, never heard anyone.
Not into doof doof.
No.
In the middle of a shop.
Good.
Or they
Don't
just
play that
ignore
during
you.
our show.
So it really does come down to, why do you want to get into business in the first place?
And what
To
do
make
most
money.
people say?
To make
To make money.
Is that what most people say?
Yep.
to make money.
And
Well, that's-
Someone will lie to me.
Why
Okay.
else would you get into a business?
Or someone will lie to me and say, "Oh, I love it. I'm just doing it as a hobby." Then great, make money at a hobby, have a real
You
job.
do
But
want
yeah.
to make money. You
Yeah.
do want to make
You
money.
do. And I want to say this. People,
Ultimately,
stop
you wanna make
apologizing
money.
for making a living.
No.
Yeah.
Why do people do it? Okay. It is not you're not a bad person for wanting to make profit. You're not a bad person for wanting to be financially successful. For me,
No.
the goal is freedom, quite frankly. I want to buy myself. Now, I was many years ago, I bought myself into financial freedom. I did very, very well. And therefore I reduced my debt incredibly,
Yep.
paid off the mortgage in
Yep.
8 years, not something. Now that gave me options I would not have, right? Okay. And now I destroyed that by getting married. But like the fact of the matter is I bought myself those options. Now, if I still had a big debt to pay with a mortgage, I wouldn't be able to have taken the opportunities that I took. So I always think, please don't apologize. And as Australians, we have the tall poppy syndrome. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't give a damn about people who think they've got a tall pop. Just get over yourself.
Okay.
You know, and I get challenged all the time. But in 2000, so by 2014, I think we were worth about 7.5 back then. Went into a 5-year court battle, which we win. And you don't win, you lose all your money, and don't come back and ask for it in Supreme Court. So you ended up with zero, living in the back bedroom of my daughter's place, and everything's gone. So my fault. I took the risk. I thought I knew everything. Surprise.
What was this in 2014? So just over 10 years ago.
In 2014, it started, and it went for 5 years.
Oh,
Wow.
And your marriage held up? Yeah.
Yeah, we lived in the back. We ended up losing everything, sold the planes. I had 4 because you need 4 planes.
You sold the planes.
Sold the planes 4.
Oh, dear.
Well, you need
to be sure.
We had a really hard time.
Yeah. Oh, and then we sold the holiday homes, we sold the investments, we sold everything. Everything was gone. And they ended up in the back bedroom of my daughter's place. And I can laugh about it now. And when the court case ended, I just said to my wife, "Where do you want to live?" She goes, "Well, I'd like to at least end my days looking at the ocean." I went, "Okay, let's go on."
In my days, geez, is your wife old?
No.
Okay.
But this is the idea. I said, "Okay, not a problem. Let's go around." So we had a look at some oceanfront blocks. There were, I think, the one we got was 500 grand. So I did terms for 3 months payoff, and we paid it off in 3 months. And then we went and then
from nothing.
From nothing. So yes, you can do it. The only thing is, if you've done it before, you can't know the shortcuts, which is why you get a mentor.
Well, that's the thing. You're not starting from
Do we
zero,
need another
right?
show? Because we're nearly out of time.
know,
Do we
I
need
know.
a shortcut
We need it
show?
again.
We
We need a
do.
shortcut
And then-
show.
and then the house, I think, was
Legal.
1.5
Was it
million
legal?
to build.
Okay.
And luckily, this is just before everything, but it still took them just over a year to build it. By the time they finished it, we owned it.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Now, is that a case of
That's
lots
what
of
you want.
discipline?
that is desperation.
Okay. Interesting.
It's inspirational.
Absolutely
isn't it?
desperation. When you won't go to Bunnings because you think people are laughing at you because you lost all your money. True story. Yeah, you go through all sorts of stuff. I was so desperate, I applied everything I knew to get it back as fast as possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I do like the fact that, and
Clever man.
I think as an entrepreneur, you've got to expect to go broke at least once. I think it's
Yeah,
got to be
most
part of it.
of
I think it is.
Even John Hughes, I mean, we're in
Oh.
Perth, John
Yeah.
always went bankrupt. That's why he's at his place all the day. He's 83 and still goes to work, 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I've
he's amazing.
had the pleasure of speaking to him. And
Yeah, he's a
John
really
Hughes
nice
was saying
guy.
to me, yeah, this is only about 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, we've actually we've only just become debt free."
Mm.
And he was in his 80s before he
Yeah.
became debt free.
He's worth 390 mil now.
He's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Good on him.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah, so
And the hard work.
yeah, he
Yes.
just knows what works.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and he sells
Mm.
very much on his integrity. So there you go.
Yeah.
Do you have to be a really good salesman to be a business person?
Good question.
No, I don't think so. I think I've seen some of the worst salesmen on the planet be really good at business because they just believed in what they were doing and they knew what their customer wanted and were able to articulate it so their customer actually understood it and bought off them. Yeah.
Do you think anybody can become a business person?
Yeah.
Okay.
The choice is, do you want to or don't you?
Okay. Yep.
It's
because
intent.
action, and
Well,
action takes.
it's like people say, I do this and I do that and I love it and I want to keep doing. I've got artist friends, who do painting. They love doing oil painting. I'd love to be a professional artist. Really, this is what you have to do. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
and what do you say
I
to
do
that? You
anything.
say that's a hobby, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
Well, it is a
that's
hobby. You sell a
yeah.
few paintings down the markets on the weekend.
Yeah.
I get Andrew Tishler, who was Perth. His dad used to make the models, the animal models at the Perth Zoo.
Oh, right.
Andrew Tishler used to paint them. I think he might be back in Australia, but he was living in New Zealand. Gets on YouTube, realizes that it's a business. So he built a business around it, and I think he's $500,000 a year his income.
Okay.
No,
That's
a
like that
businessman.
chocolatier that you see on YouTube and reels all the time, and he builds these massive scaled animals out of chocolate and sculptured. It's amazing what he does, but he's created a business out of creating them.
Is that right?
Here's a good one. Margaret River chocolate. We don't make chocolate in Margaret River.
No.
They buy it from Switzerland and just warm it up and pour it into molds and call it Margaret River chocolate. And it's like, so you want to
There you go.
Are you telling me they're not local cows? Oh,
We need edge
dear.
chocolate.
we do need edge.
And Margaret River coffee. We don't grow coffee in Margaret
No.
River. Come
Can
on,
you
give me a
imagine
break.
that?
There's an awful lot of Brazilians
It's
down there.
most upsetting when you find the
Living
truth.
on the edge chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, we all need that. We
There's
do
a
need
business
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael, make it happen.
So
We don't want
So,
to
yeah.
make you million
So it's only a
dollars.
decision. But it's a decision that you're going to go through 16 steps. It normally takes 16 steps to get there and start on step 1 and just build it. And by the time you get to about step 11, you're about ready to quit your job, which is normally when you make the decision, I'm going to quit this or quit my job. Make the choice.
All right, so let's get you back next week and start at number 1. We'll run through the 16.
And then we'll
Where
have
we go.
16 episodes.
That's right. Look, I just think to myself, like so many people limit themselves. They really, really do. And I really love your attitude because
You're one of a few.
but it's refreshingly honest.
I love
right?
it.
Yeah.
I reckon it's great.
Yeah. Because I've been again, tall poppy thing. When Australians are successful, all the people who want to bring them down, right? And this is something that we need to stop in this country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in your triangle, we mentioned demand, we mentioned being articulate, and the third spot is your important relationships.
Mm-hmm.
When they try to pull you down, I heard the analogy the other day, Mike Tyson, when he's fighting the guys in the 5th row booing him, Mike Tyson doesn't care about him.
No, why would he care?
So why would you? Because that's all they are. People, the critics are the people who can't do it. So
That's
ignore
right.
them. They're not in your circle. So the third part of the triangle is to build those important relationships and have the right people around you.
Yes.
Doesn't mean they're
absolutely.
your mentor. Doesn't mean they're in the same business. Doesn't mean anything. It just means they support you.
That's right.
And they'll encourage you and they'll give you honest answers.
Yeah.
So
And you're surrounded by those.
I am. I'm a very lucky man. I really am.
You've attracted a lot of good people, Aaron.
I have amazing people around me. I really have it.
Yeah.
And I actually think it's a pivotal change in my life, to be absolutely honest, because
Yeah.
I used to attract the wrong people. I used to attract leeches.
yeah.
Okay. And I would be the central figure of basically being the blood being
Leached.
sucked out of me. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Whereas now,
Blood-sucking.
very different situation, and I'm very appreciative of that, and I understand that now. It brings, obviously, just life is a lot nicer, simple as that.
Yeah.
But you're with people who have value.
Mm.
You've got people who actually want you to succeed.
Mm.
And I've got people in my life that I want them to succeed. I don't want to tear anybody down. I don't see any value in that.
I see none in that at all.
None whatsoever.
No.
Doesn't make you feel good.
No.
No, I don't get
I
it.
want to give people a hand up. I want to see them succeed
Yeah.
in everything they do. And I think that if you surround yourself with people who have that philosophy, I think you'll do much better in life.
You certainly will. Yeah. Yeah.
And on that note,
Sure,
We're way over time, aren't we?
We've been very,
But
very
it was
naughty.
such a good
It
conversation.
really
Yeah.
So good.
so
thanks for having me,
how-
guys.
So how do people contact you?
And the
Through the Edge
streamers.
station.
Absolutely. Through edgeradioaustralia.com. That's where you can contact us, and we'll get you in contact with Michael. And of course, we'll get you back next week to get your PIN number and your card. All right, sounds good.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for being
Thanks,
part.
bye.
It's been the one
Bye.
thing here on Edge Radio Australia.